How much are the ears?
I don't know.
Holy smokes.
How much are they?
$295.
Oh, yes. And
Good
you have to pre-order on
No.
Disney's.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of Market House. My name is Caleb and I am one of your hosts. And who else is here?
Hi, everyone. My name is Caitlin.
Still working on that. Welcome back and can't wait to record again here. We're back from our trip to seeing family out in the Midwest and back home now.
We're back. We're ready.
We missed a lot. There was a lot of announcements.
Yes, I feel like we left and it was like the Disney news just
course.
went everywhere.
Yeah,
and I'm
just
like, okay.
unloaded.
Yeah.
It was slow for the past few weeks, and then right when we leave, things go crazy. So
Right.
no, but we've got a lot to talk about today, and have so much that we're just gonna kind of talk about what's been going on the past week.
Yeah.
So kind of a news-heavy episode, but let's go ahead and dive in. All right, so our first news kind of section is going to be the Disneyland Resort. So we'll keep it on the West Coast for the first section. We'll move on to different parks and stuff later on. So what's the first Disneyland news item?
So our first news item is extremely excited. Drum
It's
roll,
extremely
please.
excited, or
I'm
you're
extremely excited. I'm so excited I can't even get my
The
words
item
out.
itself is excited.
Character meet and greets are coming back to the Disneyland Resort and all of their Disney parks.
Yeah.
I cannot wait. I'm so excited. I want to hug Pooh. I can't wait.
Yeah, now it's big news.
Yeah. I don't know if the cast members are ready for this because we're going to be all up close and personal.
All up in the grill.
But I think that's part of Disney. When you get there, you see a character, you want to do a high five, you want to give a hug. So this is a really exciting step forward. And
It was one of the last things kind of left to drop, I guess, if that makes sense. So the last thing to go back to normal were the character meet and greets because they were still socially distanced.
Yeah.
And everything else has gone back to normal. No masks, right? No social distancing in lines. Shows are back. Parades are back. So this was the last thing. So it's back.
I can't wait.
Yeah, April 18th, correct?
Yes. According to Disney Parks Instagram, as early as April 18th, Disney character meet and greets will be returning. So I don't know if that means April 16th or if that means actually April 18th.
Well, yeah, we'll see. But yeah, sounds pretty non-committal.
Yeah.
Maybe something changes, they'll move that date. But April 18th, they're coming back. Next up, we have a special lightsaber that was just released at, what's his name? Doc Andar or something like that?
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah, okay. His shop in Galaxy's Edge, and it is the Cal Kestis Legacy lightsaber. So if you don't know who that is, I don't blame you. He's from a game that I played about a quarter of the way through and then stopped for some reason, but it's Force Awakens? No, that's the name of a movie.
That's the name, yeah.
What game is it? I can't even remember. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order is the name of the game, and really fun game, but I didn't finish it for some reason. But anyways, this is the lightsaber from his character in that game. So very kind of a deep cut. If you don't play video games, you'd have no idea who this character is. And it looks pretty rugged. Like the character in the game has like this kind of jacked up lightsaber, and that's what's represented in this new lightsaber.
I like it. I really like the bottom of it too. It almost looks like a piece of it's broken off. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it looks really neat. Yeah,
it comes with a really cool carrying case, and I think it's a couple $100 if I'm not mistaken. I heard another podcast, another YouTuber that bought it. I think it's nearly $200, like $170, $180.
Yeah.
So kind of a pricey investment, but cool if you like lightsabers.
Yeah, they look cool.
Yeah, so that's available at Galaxy's Edge now.
Yeah. Up next, we have Hyperspace Mountain coming to Disneyland Resort. As of right now, Space Mountain is going to be closing on April 28th and reopening the 29th, which is the next day, as Hyperspace Mountain. I have no idea. There's no really date of how long it's going to be here.
Yeah, so it looks like it's here for the foreseeable future. I'm assuming through, not Christmas, assuming through the summer.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, but I've ridden it. You've ridden it too.
Yeah, I've been on it, and they're gonna have it for like May the 5th or May the 4th be with you, May the 5th, and then or is it May the 6th? No, the 6th. It's for the Sith.
It's May the 4th be with you, and the 6th is the 5th is for the Sith.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the 6th.
You think they would do the 6th?
Yeah.
But then aren't there Star Wars? Yeah, there's some Star Wars nights almost like the Sweetheart Night that they had.
I didn't know that.
Those are coming up too, and I believe they're all sold out.
Of course they are.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, those are coming up. So that's an exciting thing.
So it's fitting for this time. I know some people are a little upset only because they think Star Wars is already well represented in the parks. They have their own land. They've got Star Tours right down the road there.
Yeah.
And so someone was like, really? Like, we need another Star Wars thing? But I'm excited.
I don't know.
It's fun.
I love it. And I like when he's like, it's a trap.
Yeah. yeah.
You're going through it.
Yeah, it's a good ride. But I think it's kind of funny they can only close for a day.
Yeah.
Like, it only takes 24 hours to get that converted over.
Well, yeah, they don't change
It's just
a lot.
projectors.
It's audio, too. Like when you're going through it.
When you change a track,
Yeah.
right? You click a couple buttons, and then I think it's just setting up a couple projectors.
Yeah,
So.
and like there's like the starships that are projected like on the ceiling as you're going
Yeah.
through. That's pretty much it.
Yeah,
So
it's not
super
that
easy.
much.
Yeah.
So yeah, Hyperspace Mountain coming back. Next up, we have kind of some sad news, but we've talked about it before, but it looks like it's finally happened, and that is the Pirates of the Caribbean trees in the queue are gone. They've been taken down.
It looks so weird.
It looks very weird, very naked. So yeah, if you remember the queue right in front of Pirates of the Caribbean in that little courtyard, you had two giant, I don't know what kind of trees they were, oak trees, maybe birch, elm, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not an arborist, but they were taken down because they were diseased, is what the belief is. So they were sick, they couldn't save them, so they had to cut them down, and they're gone.
Yeah, I'm very curious to see what they're going to do. People, I mean, obviously people are saying that they're going to redo the queue, but
Yeah, I think they're redesigning it.
Putting more trees back, right?
I hope.
I think that's someone
don't
said
know.
that. Maybe not. Don't quote me on that. But
Yeah, I mean, I hope they do some kind of greenery in there because that's what added to the look, but they'd have to kind of move in some mature trees, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Which they can do. They're Disney.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then next up, speaking of pirates, it is the 50th anniversary of Pirates.
55th.
I did. Oh my goodness.
That's all right.
I'm thinking, you know what?
You're thinking Disney
I'm
World.
thinking of Disney World.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Excuse me. The 55th anniversary merch has now been released at the park, and that includes a long sleeve shirt, a short sleeve shirt, a really cool pin, and a water bottle.
Yeah.
And I have to say, I really think the water bottle looks neat.
Yeah.
I like the design on it. It has kind of like the skeleton with like the captain's.
It's cool. I don't know if I buy it. It's all right.
I think it's pretty neat. And I love the pin.
The pin's
The
cool.
pin, and it has like a little green stone on it.
That I would buy.
Yeah. But it's all 55th. It's kind of like a baseball long sleeve.
Yeah. It's not their best merch, but
Yeah.
it's decent.
It
But yeah,
looks like
that's
the t-shirt is glow in the dark though. I mean, that's
cool for an 8-year-old. I think.
Hey, I would wear it.
Okay, cool. But yeah, anyways, I'm sorry if you can hear my seat is creaking. So every single time I move, it goes. So if you hear that, I apologize. But yeah, that does it for Disneyland news. Next up is DCA, which is essentially on the same thing.
Yeah.
But over across the Esplanade, we've got some DCA news, and that is first up, Moon Knight. He is available to see in the park as a character in Avengers Campus, and he's kind of creepy. His suit is cool.
Eyes.
Yeah, his eyes glow.
Especially with him coming out at night, like with the little video clips I've been seeing on Instagram.
He looks cool.
He is intimidating.
He looks really cool.
Yeah.
So Caitlin and I actually just watched the first episode of Moon Knight last night. And it was sweet. I like it so far. Yeah.
And I love Oscar Isaac.
Love Oscar Isaac. Big fan in this household. But the one concern, and I'm hoping there's a reason why they did this, but the CGI in that dream, I'm not going to spoil anything, in that dream sequence, let's just say that, there's a part where he's dreaming, the character, and the CG in this, during this segment is really bad. Like, really bad. The fact that you even looked at me, sometimes you don't notice, right? And I'm a little more nitpicky when it comes to that stuff.
No, it's pretty apparent.
It's bad.
Yeah.
So some people believe, I looked it up. I went straight to Reddit and put in Moon Knight CGI. And there was a ton of posts in there. It's kind of split. Some people are just saying, yeah, it doesn't have the budget that Loki had or Mandalorian has for some reason. Don't know why. They got Oscar Isaac. I'm assuming that would attract a lot of people. Why they cut it for this, I don't know. Or the other half believe they did that because it was a dream sequence. It kind of adds to the, this isn't realness of it.
Yeah, I don't know though.
I don't know.
My only pushback is how many characters have we seen in a dream throughout Disney movies?
Oh, you're right.
And
it looks real.
You guys have to see the CGI it's really bad.
Yeah.
Like it looks like someone
did it at home.
It looks like I did it.
Sure. Like
it's not.
Yeah.
But no, the Oscar Isaac has done an amazing job so far. Again, no spoilers here, but I am really looking forward to the coming episodes.
And
I can't wait.
The first episode was cool because it was a giant teaser essentially for the whole.
Yeah.
Like you really don't see a lot, I guess, you get intro to the character, right?
Yeah.
But other than that, it's very, yeah.
You don't know anything yet.
No.
Which is great. I mean, yeah.
It's exciting.
Yeah.
So no, the show, other than the CGI, has been really good. We'll see how it continues, but yeah. What's the next thing?
Next up, we have a single rider line that has been added to Web Slingers, which I don't know if you've heard of our last episode when we talk about DCA rides. That line has been a little long recently.
Yeah.
And so we're really, the fact that a single rider line is being added, that might cut the line down a little bit.
Well, we might be able to ride it finally.
Yeah.
Without waiting 2 hours.
We'll see. I'm still curious though, because it's a lightning lane. So.
Yeah, but imagine
how does that work though?
All the times. Well, so lightning lane. So example. Standby. Of course, they're going to let 4 people in per a billion.
And then
for standby.
one single rider.
No. So there's rarely is there a one person party going through lightning lane.
Right.
And standby. So when they have a full ride vehicle and they've got 1 or 2 spots and there's a party of 4 waiting in the lightning lane and a party of 3.
Gotcha.
They're going to fill them up. Yeah.
Okay.
So I think it's actually going to move pretty quick.
Okay. Yeah. We still really want to ride that ride.
Yeah. But I'm not waiting 2 hours.
No.
So maybe will be the opportunity. We just won't be in the same car.
Yeah.
Be like, bye. See you at the end.
It's very exciting. So.
All right. Yeah, that brings us to the end of the West Coast news. Let's go ahead and move over to Disney World.
Let's do it.
All right, so it's time to talk about Walt Disney World and all that's happening over there.
Mm-hmm.
And quite a few things have been going on. So what's up first?
Yeah, so first up, there was actually a Guardians of the Galaxy sneak peek that was released. And I know Disney Parks did one on their Instagram, and I believe that you said that there was a YouTuber that was able
so that's
to
how
walk
I
through.
saw it. You saw it via Instagram.
Yeah.
And I saw it on YouTube. Some YouTuber just was able to, not just him, there's multiple people.
Yeah.
I don't know his name, I would say it, but he was able to tour the first part of the queue.
Okay.
Building.
So it was similar than the Disney Parks release.
Yeah,
because theirs was like a snippet.
Yours was a snippet. His was like, he was in there for 10 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
the Disney Parks one, for those who haven't seen it, it was just an intro of what it looks like. You're being surrounded by space. You're going up, is it Xandar? That's what it is? Like
Xandar is the planet or something like that.
Yeah, you're overlooking at that or something. Something was Xandar.
Okay.
But yeah, it's basically just a sneak peek of what it looks like.
Okay, yeah. Xandar is a fictional planet appearing in American comic books published by Marvel Comics.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. But yeah, other than that, it looks exciting.
It looks cool. The music playing is very Epcot-y. It fits pretty well. Again, people are going to complain. Some people on there are like, what is... when you're in the queue, there's this giant projection TV thing over the line, right, in this building. And they're projecting planets and the sun, like engulfing this planet, and really cool thematic stuff. But at one point, what's his name? Guardians guy, Chris Pratt.
Yeah.
What's his character's name? Star-Lord.
Yeah. Star-Lord, Chris Pratt?
No, his other name. He's got another name.
Oh, geez. I know my Star-Lord.
Star-Lord. His cassette tape or whatever, like twists into view and like gets all big and it just shows like a cassette.
Okay.
And people are like, wait, is his cassette like part of this like universe? It's just confusing. Like people are kind of like trying to figure out like how does the cassette play into this storyline?
Yeah.
And I don't know.
Well, the cassette is like the most popular
I know.
thing.
I think they're trying to make it accessible for people that probably don't know a lot about it. But again, Disney Twitter people are going to find every which way to be critical.
We also did hear that there wasn't going to be any animatronics, right?
Yeah, that was big news. So no animatronics.
Which is interesting too. Again, I know it's a roller coaster, but I thought at least in the queue.
Something.
Peter
Quill. Peter Quill.
Yeah, I just found it interesting. I thought at least they would put an animatronic of at least the group.
You'd think.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Who knows? Maybe it's all going to be screens, right?
I'm assuming.
Which it not be anything.
It's just a roller coaster. But, so it looks fun. I'm a little concerned we won't be able to ride it because of the ride vehicle.
Yes, motion sickness.
So I think it's the first of its kind, but it's a full-on roller coaster. So think of California Screaming, but at a smaller scale, I'm assuming. And the difference is that the ride vehicle, the thing you're sitting in, is not static. It moves. Mm-hmm. And it's supposed to, the thought behind it is it steers you or basically points you in the direction of where the action is.
So is it like that? It's like the Harry Potter Universal ride?
Not really.
Right? When you're moving all around?
No. So the Harry Potter one is static as well. It just moves you on a track.
Okay.
This thing's moving on a track, but also pivoting.
Oh.
The whole vehicle turns left and right.
Oh,
it can turn all the way around. It can spin.
Oh, wow.
It's more like that turtle, the crush ride in Paris.
Oh, okay.
How that thing spins while it goes.
Oh,
more like that.
Okay.
But the goal is to not get you sick and spin you around. The goal is to just kind of point you where you should be looking at that time, that moment in time. So if we're not looking at animatronics, I'm assuming we're looking at screens. So interesting. I hope it's not a universally ride. But again, I haven't been on it, so I don't know what to think yet. But
yeah, well, it's opening this summer, so I'm excited.
Yeah, again, it was leaked, but that dude announced it and said it was supposed to open May. Memorial Day weekend, but then they quickly deleted it, so who knows? So I think they're announcing it soon.
Yeah.
Next up, we've got the Grand Floridian going under a refurbishment. The lobby is going to be totally reimagined, going from kind of that old Victorian style to a more modern style. So interesting. Again, the outside's very Floridian. The rooms themselves are very Floridian. So I'm curious to see what that contrast is going to look like when the lobby's all modern and then everything else about it is very Florida.
Yeah. Maybe they'll just be adding more modern touch. I mean, again, the rooms, at least to me, they look a little old. Mm-hmm. So again, it's as simple as changing the headboards, the paint, and getting some new comforters on there.
Maybe they're starting with the lobby.
Yeah. Dress it up just a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, that hotel is beautiful. It's ginormous.
It better be for $900 a night.
Yeah. Is it really $900?
It's something like $800 or $900 a night, I think, on...
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, on average.
Well, excuse me.
Yeah, it's for the posh type of people.
Yes. Well, good for you if you're able to stay there. Let us know.
Seriously. Yeah. Let me know how you did it.
Yeah. And then next up, we have some exciting news. I can't even put my words together. I love this collection so much, but Disney just did a collab with Coach, and they just released new items that include a large duffel bag, a backpack. There's some fanny packs. It's almost like a smaller, I don't want to say handbag. You could almost say like a clutch. And then there are the cutest ears. Everyone on Instagram is freaking out about this, and Caleb's looking at me like I'm ridiculous right now. They are a little pricey. I mean, again, you're getting a Disney name and a Coach name combined, so I can see because they're a couple $100 for the duffel bag and the backpack.
I feel like Coach is kind of fallen off. Does anyone really want Coach anymore?
Well, I think it has fallen off, but I do have to say I was quite surprised when I saw these. They look very vintage. I mean, again, they're not for everybody, but I love...
Can I see?
I love the duffel bag. I think it's so cute.
Yeah, we've got it pulled up on Instagram right now.
Yeah, and then the
Paul's
ears.
Theme Park Adventures.
I love Paul.
This guy covers everything.
Yes, he does. I love the ears. There's different colors, and there's almost little patches on them. And they're very unique, and people are already going crazy. It's that's up and coming right now, and then the Sony Clover... Disney bags. Those things are everywhere. So again, I think it's just cool.
Oh, the ears are kind of cool. They're different.
I like the ears. But again,
how much are the ears?
I don't know.
Holy smokes.
How much are they?
$295.
Oh, yes. And you have to pre-order on Disney's website. So they are on Shop Disney, again, for pre-order, and I know they have arrived at the parks. So again, if that is something that you're interested in, they are there for you. I'm assuming they're going to sell out for a little bit at the beginning, but then they'll probably phase out just a little bit.
Yeah, so it looks like the little bag is $225. The fanny pack is $450. The backpack is $600, and the duffel bag $600.
Yeah. So again, I don't think I would spend. Again, I think the Dooney and Burke, aren't those cheaper than the Coach ones? Because those are really cute.
Yeah.
All the Dooney ones. But again,
I hope Disney again, maybe Coach is cool and I'm just out of the loop, but it'd be cool if they teamed up with someone a little more in the, I don't know.
Like who?
I don't know. What's Kate Spade?
Well, they've already collabed with Kate Spade. And Coach has already had Disney stuff.
I know they have. That was really ugly, so you never bought it.
No, I wasn't a big fan. Kate Spade did have a couple Disney items. It was more of the Minnie Mouse, Valentine's Day looking.
Oh, you're right.
But I mean, again, if it's something that you like, they are available. They're a little pricey, but if it's something you're looking for,
okay,
that's there.
That's very specific. If someone's looking for a Coach bag, had to have Disney on it. Okay.
Yeah.
Fun. So yeah, if you're looking to spend a couple grand on all the Coach things, you've got the opportunity to do that now.
Yep. If not, go to Uniqlo or
just get
or Amazon.
What's your thing?
I love my Loungefly.
Loungefly.
Biggest supporter of Loungefly.
$75.
And they're like this.
Or
I love them. They're beautiful.
Cool. Good for that guy. He sold to Funko Pop.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He's like a multi-millionaire
Well,
now.
it's the perfect item because they're constantly releasing new designs, and for all the Disney cult followers, like I have two. So I have the classic white one with Mickey all over it, and then my newest one from last year was the Halloween one that's black and it has like the little Mickey bats all over it. Yeah, and it glows in the dark. That one's my favorite. I wish I could wear it like all year long.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are great. So if you want a cheaper alternative, I highly recommend Loungefly.
And honestly, I mean, they look better in my opinion. So
yeah, I think they're cuter.
The weird coach thing.
But
yeah. Cool. All right, let's move on to the next Disney World item, and that is the Genie Plus kind of drama that was transpiring in the past week. And Disney released some kind of official verbiage for, I think, when you're purchasing Genie Plus over in Disney World. And it basically says, if you purchase Genie Plus and utilize it early in the morning, this enables you to ride 2 to 3 rides in that park.
Are you serious?
So it's not a promise. It's not a guarantee. It's also not a limit, right?
Yeah.
It was kind of interesting how they worded it. Basically said, don't expect to ride 7 rides using this service. You can expect to ride 2 to 3 attractions using Genie Plus. And that's how popular it is over there.
And then is that popularity with that or just because crowds are insane right now, like on average?
I think it's both. I think it's an unfortunate mix of both. So you've got record crowds.
Yeah.
It's
crazy.
It's so packed. It's so packed. And then you've got people that are, I'm sure, looking around going, I don't want to wait in all this. I'm going to buy Genie Plus. So you've got a ton of people participating in a service while the parks are packed to the the walls.
Well, and they're probably getting a lot of people who normally wouldn't buy it, like you said, but since it's so packed,
so
like, okay, I guess I'll do it.
2 to 3 rides per person. So you've got it's 20 here, it's $15 over there per day per person. That's $5 a ride.
Yeah. Well, and we watched a video this morning that said they were trying to get one for Flight of Passage.
Well, that's separate.
Oh,
that's
is that individual?
Lane. That's Lightning Lane.
But even this, just to show you how packed the parks are, the individual Lightning Lane for Flight of Passage was gone by 7:05 in the morning.
So 5 minutes after going on sale,
gone.
Yeah.
It's
unreal.
Insane.
And I think that's about $20 a person. So imagine the money they're making off of just Flight of Passage Lightning Lanes.
I'm curious. I wonder how many people they allow
I don't
throughout
know.
the day per
yeah,
ride.
They'll never release those numbers.
No.
But
I'm just curious.
I am curious to see how many thousands? Mm-hmm. Lots. That's all I can think of. But yeah, so again, if you listen a few episodes back, you can hear our experience, our March Disneyland trip report, and our experience using Genie Plus, and it was actually pretty awesome.
I loved it.
Unfortunately, I didn't want to admit it, but it worked very well. Mm-hmm. We can ride. We rode every ride we wanted to ride, and using the service, and we were done by dinner time.
It was great.
It was pretty cool. So yeah, it doesn't seem to be that valuable over in Disney World, only because of how many people are using it. So kind of a bummer, but. Yeah, so that's that Genie Plus junk, kind of buy at your own risk over there. But next up, let's talk about Disney Plus. All right, so we have a couple of Disney Plus news items to share. And what's that first one?
First up, again, super exciting. The Obi-Wan Kenobi show that it's going to be getting released in May is actually going to be getting released with 2 episodes on May 27th.
Yeah, so you get kind of more bang for your buck, I guess, on the first day.
I don't know. Is there a reason why they do that?
I don't know. Only, I think, to just satiate
I'm so
our
excited.
appetites.
Well, I think they did that for The Mandalorian, right?
No. Okay, hold on. So they used to. Maybe that was the Apple way. I'm so confused. There's so many streaming. So you know this already, but like Netflix, right? They release everything at day 1. So you can binge it on day 1 if you want.
Yeah.
Some creatives don't like that. They're like, I wrote this show. It's meant to watch every week. So HBO does weekly release, right? So on Game of Thrones, they release every Sunday night, and you'd have to wait a whole week until Sunday to watch the next episode. Apple took another approach. They release 3 episodes on day 1, and then 1 per week after that.
Yeah.
Disney Plus kind of does it, I think, series by series. So I think you're right. Mandalorian did 1 or 2 episodes the first day. Moon Knight, it was 1 episode. So
I kind of like it when they do a couple episodes.
Yeah, it kind of gets you. I think it gets you bought in.
Yeah.
Quick.
Yeah. I mean, again, I cannot wait for the show. I'm stoked.
Excited.
So right when I saw that they were releasing 2 episodes, I'm like, oh, yes. Yeah. We're not planning anything on Friday, May 27th.
We're taking the day off.
We're taking the day off just for those 2 episodes.
Yep. And watch them 7 times. So, no, that's exciting news. I cannot wait for the show and what they're going to do with that character and everyone around it. So, Next up is kind of, again, there's always some controversy surrounding Disney, and I mispronounced that on purpose. That was, I think Jimmy Fallon does that all the time. Some controversy. So. Yeah. Anyways, so the Disney Plus. So they just inherited all of the Marvel series that were on Netflix originally, right? So there were some FX shows on there, Netflix originals. So Disney, of course, bought Marvel. So they're going, hey, we want our properties. So they've transferred from Netflix over to Disney Plus. Now with that, being Netflix shows, some of them are kind of adult. Mm-hmm. And by kind of, I mean pretty dang adult. Language, violence, the whole thing. So it created, I think, a problem for Disney. Like, how do we lock this down? Do we put it on Hulu instead? Because they own 100% of Hulu now. How do we handle this adult content? Because Disney Plus is a Disney brand and family focused, right? So they recently they recently released a new feature on Disney Plus, allowing you to kind of lock down your account. So when I went to log in, it was like, hey, do you want to be able to watch adult content or just lock it down to kids stuff? So it's good. So it makes sure your son is not, or daughter is not watching very adult content on Disney Plus. So.
Yeah, I do have to say it's kind of bizarre.
It is
because when I think Disney Plus, I think like Snow White, WALL-E, like all the classics. So I mean, again, I understand why they're doing it, and it's good, but it's interesting.
It's just a new thing for them to deal with.
Yeah, because it was almost like parental controls when you were going through. Because I had to do it for when we logged in. Yeah. On both of our accounts.
Well, I think you're the master on there, so it was like, do you want to give Caleb access to bad TV shows?
No, I don't. Just kidding.
Lock me down.
But yeah, it's good because they make you do that firsthand, so everyone's gonna have to do it.
Oh yeah.
It's not just like oops, I missed it.
No, it didn't let you pass the screen.
No, so there's like no way out of it until you answer. So again, for people that have kids, it's gonna be great to just look for that.
Yeah. Yeah, make sure Timmy's not watching what's it called? The Luke Cage or something like that.
Luke Cage?
Yeah, it's some obscure Marvel character, but it's like super adult.
Oh,
yeah.
I don't even think I've heard of it.
I think it's Luke Cage. I don't know. Nicolas Cage. But yeah, that's the news. That's all we got.
Yeah.
And there was so much, we didn't want to kind of extend this into an hour and a half episode. So we just wanted to cover what happened in the past week, which was a lot.
Yeah.
So excited to see what else kind of comes out in the next few weeks. If they maintain this, we'll have to do another Disney news episode in the future.
It's good. Everything's moving forward.
Yeah.
New stuff's coming out. And
yeah, I mean, as of middle of April, I think the parks will be, no, I'm sorry. Let's reverse. As of June, when Fantasmic's back, when World of Color, when the characters, it's back to normal.
Yay.
Crazy. So as of this summer, Disney should be back to normal pre-pandemic Disney.
That's exciting.
It is exciting.
I can't wait for it.
So yeah, anyways, thanks for listening. If you don't already, please follow us on Instagram at Market House Podcast. Caitlin, you've been interacting with the people on there and posting stuff as usual, reels, videos, pictures, you name it.
Yeah, it's been nice being able to talk to a few of you guys and just, start conversations. Got a couple buds on there. So
cool.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah. And again, if you have time, please leave us a review on iTunes, on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, showing my age with the iTunes comment.
I think you said that last time,
I did. I think so. Make sure you pay for our podcast, 99-cent songs and other things. Oh, download. Rip a CD, or rip this podcast on a CD if you want. Remember that?
Yes.
But anyways, leave a review if you can. Leave us some stars and a little written review. That would help us a lot. And thanks again for listening, and we will see you next time.
Bye, guys.